Welcome to the Massive Growth Call. We have some really awesome guests today. This is going to be super exciting. So we have Meighan Adams, and we also have Jesse Adams in Alabama. So they are crushing it. They're recruiting the world on TikTok. So this is super exciting to find out what they're doing. We had Vivian last week, as well as Josh Emmons. So this will be exciting to see what the new people are doing. What's the new way to recruit people, which seems to be TikTok is the go-to. So what part of Alabama are you guys in?
We're actually in Birmingham, Alabama.
Birmingham, Alabama. Okay, that's perfect. Right. So you can run this business from anywhere, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, cool. So let me get Jordan on the line. He's joining us right now. But yeah, so that's pretty exciting, dude. Birmingham, Alabama, and then you were telling me you do travel trips, and you guys are top producers as well. So you're not just hiring a lot of people; you produce at a high level. I think I saw that you did 40,000 so far. Is that right? This month?
I was at 46. I did 46 last month.
That's awesome. 46 last month, and then you guys are hiring a ton of people off TikTok as well, right?
That's right.
Okay, perfect. And then let me get Jordan. Hold on a second. Give him host access. So that's super cool. Where did you guys come from? Did you work at a previous IMO, or is this your first time in life insurance?
So Alex, to be honest with you, man, so the way I got in the business is I had a childhood friend or acquaintance that I grew up with, and I knew where he was 10 to 12, 4 to 5 years ago, where we graduated high school. I knew kind of the direction he was going in. And then all of a sudden, 4 years went by, and I had seen that he was, dressed in nice clothes. He was talking in front of a large gathering of people, and, he was just speaking a lot on success. And obviously you could tell he was glowing with success. So, I had a job doing construction, running a hydrovac truck. I was making, 6 figures at. We were comfortable. My wife's a nurse. We were comfortable, but it takes a lot of money these days to really be comfortable, so we were paying the bills more than less. And I just seen that he was having success, and he told me about it and showed me some deposits. And I was like, man, if he can do this, I can do it. So I told my wife. She didn't believe in me, or she didn't believe that she didn't believe in the insurance. And I was like, look, it's not going to hurt us nothing, but a little bit of time, maybe, so I studied and got my license, and just started part-time last July at a previous IMO. I started part-time in July. And from July to December on a part-time basis, I think I wrote 120 grand. I was rookie of the year at the other IMO, which, here wouldn't be a big deal, but there it was. And my wife became a believer, and I was loyal to the previous IMO. She wasn't happy. She thought we could do better. We both decided to go full time. She got in touch with some people here at FFL, had them reach out to me, and that's all it took, man. The writing was on the wall.
Absolutely, man. So you were rookie of the year at your previous company, dude. That's awesome. So that's super exciting. And FFL is a totally different animal, right? So I came from a previous company, and I was like one of the best producers there. But here, 40K gets you nowhere, right? Doing 40K a month here, right? I mean, it's still high production. You're still in like the top 5 or 10% of the country, but it's not like you're the best in the country or something, right?
Right.
So that's crazy, dude. So that's a great story. So you saw him crushing it, and you're like, hey, I want to crush it too. And then so you were out of you two, you were the one that initially started life insurance, and then she came with you.
Yeah, it was me. She's always kind of been behind the scenes, but now more so we're partners. We're doing it together, and she does what she's good at, and I do what I'm good at. So
absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. So you guys kind of balance each other out. So I guess you do. So right now you're at FFL. Now you're making like 500 grand a year as an agent. And then you're also hiring a lot of people as well. So she does a lot of the hiring, and you do a lot of the producing. Is that right?
That's exactly right, Alex.
So you guys are just like a superpower couple, just like Vivian and Adriana, right?
Except vice versa. Adriana and Vivian, they he does the recruiting. It's the same way, but opposite.
Exactly. It's just like Josh and Shanae as well, right? So it's the opposite, but it's the same concept of, hey, I'm going to go out there and produce, and you're going to go out there and you're going to recruit, and then we're going to build a massive agency and just use the money from the sales to funnel into your recruiting, right?
That's exactly right.
Perfect. And so as far as recruiting goes, so what's your number one lead source for recruiting?
TikTok.
TikTok. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
TikTok. Isn't that insane? What other sources do you guys use? Is it mainly TikTok?
Just social media. TikTok. I use Snapchat, Instagram, LinkedIn has been really good. But other than that, just those.
Just those. Awesome. Well, I mean, it's working for you guys, right? You're hiring a lot of people every single week. What's your target every single week to hire?
Well, I kind of went in over my head. I posted my first TikTok on June the 4th, and it just exploded. Like I wasn't prepared. Like, all the people wanting more information. I was like, oh God, what do I do? So then I just started, just calling people, just picking the phone up and just dialing. And I think our goal was what, 15, 20 a week? 20.
So you guys are probably blowing past that goal, right?
Oh yeah. Like I've already got some moved through pre-licensing. They're licensed, they're contracted, and this is all within 2 weeks.
So it wouldn't be crazy to say that you're hiring like at least 100 people a month off of TikTok.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
That's incredible. So you're probably probably overwhelmed. So I know I was talking to Jesse. He was saying that you guys are getting so many people right now. You need support at this point. You need staff.
Absolutely.
We do.
Right. And do you have any staff right now or no?
We don't, man. We've been. I told her 2 months ago, we needed to hire someone, and it's just we haven't got around to it. We need someone like 2 people like yesterday, but we'll get it figured out and get it going.
Well, that's a great problem to have, right? It's a good problem to have. You have a lot of people coming in, so the fact that you need some staff and support, and the fact that you can afford it and you have the money coming in from the sales, it's not going to be a problem. You'll find staff and you guys will grow really, really quickly. But how long have you been with FFL again? When did you guys start?
We started at the end of the last week of February.
Okay. So basically, let's just say March, April, May, June. So in 4 months, how many people do you think you guys have recruited so far off of social media so far?
So we have 15 writing, we have 40 licensed, and we have 64 in pre-licensing.
40 licensed, you said?
We do have 40 licensed.
40 licensed. Wow. So 15 writing, 40 licensed, and 60 in class right now. Okay. Wow. So that's insane, guys. So pretty much in 3 months, you guys have built you're already halfway to board member practically, right? If you get if you get those people writing, and plus you're hiring 100 people a month off of TikTok and stuff, this is going to blow up. You guys are going to be within 6 months, you'll probably be 6 months in from when you started, you'll be at like 300K a month, right?
Right. That's the goal.
Is that your goal?
I mean, yeah, man, I'm real competitive and impatient, but I've heard Grady.
I'm more competitive and more impatient.
Right. Yeah. So exactly. So I was about to say, I've heard Jordan say a bunch, he worked on it for a year, and then all of a sudden he failed every day. And then all of a sudden he had this massive agency. That's how we feel every day. It's ongoing battle, man. It's every day having to put in the groundwork.
Exactly. And so, so you guys are basically, you're turning into high gear right now. And if you keep up that pace, I mean, you're going to hit your targets, but what's your target to hit board member?
Man, I don't have any distinct goals as far as that goes. I mean, obviously I want to be issued paying $1 million a year within our first 12 months. $1
million a month, you mean, right?
Yeah, $1 million a month. I mean, sorry.
You guys you're probably already at $1 million a year, right? You did 100K already?
Well, so we did 86 our 4th month.
Well, wait, that's $1 million. You're good. That's $1 million. 86 times 12 is $1 million, right?
That's right. That's right.
So you're already there, dude. So, but that's within like 3 months. That's awesome. And then it's not slowing down. Like that's what happened with me. My first 3 months, I hit 80,000, and then it slowed down a little bit because I my growth slowed down, but because I didn't recruit as much as I could have. So you guys are growing super fast, and it's only going to grow even faster from here. And then do you guys have you have 15 people? Do you have other top producers that you're building, like leaders that you've built out so far?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So you
So
already
we got a
leaders.
couple, that are kind of. We got a couple who've shown that they have the capabilities of being leaders and going to the next level with it.
That's awesome. And Meighan, so are you the one that does the interviews?
I am.
Okay, perfect. So because I did have a couple questions about that as well, right? Because a lot of people on this call, or people that are they're going to watch this on YouTube as well, they're going to want to know, how do I evaluate who's a good fit for this company, right? So the people on TikTok, would you say they're like quality people that will get the job done and get licensed quickly, and they want to take this seriously, or they're just what do you think of the quality of people from there?
So I set the bar high when I'm interviewing, obviously, because it is social media, and I mean it's everybody and anybody. So when I talk to them, I'm just stern, and I just tell them straight up what they're gonna need, and if they can't commit, then sorry, maybe somebody else will hire you.
Perfect. So you just set it up very upfront, like, hey, these are the targets. If this is the standards, you can't hit it. It's not a good fit at all. Right. So what are those standards?
Well, they have to have at least $1,000 to $1,200 for their first lead order.
Gotcha. So that cuts out a lot of people, right? Right.
Yeah, it's mandatory.
Yeah. So, they have to commit to getting their pre-licensing done within a certain amount of time, and then screenshot when their test is scheduled and send it to me. So, like I said, I just had some from TikTok get licensed within 5 days. So, oh, wow. You can tell who's serious when you talk to them.
And Alex, the one thing that I like that she really does when she's talking to these people is she says, hey, we have single moms who come in here that's got 2 or 3 kids by themselves, and they're getting this coursework done within and they're getting licensed within 5 days. Is there any reason why you're not, capable of doing that? Are you the type of person who's going to take longer? So she just sets out high expectations.
Gotcha. So she just sets very clear expectations. She wants, number one, they're willing to invest $1,200 in leads. And then number 2, they are willing to get licensed quickly. Is there what's the time frame to get licensed?
10 days.
10 days. So they have to be licensed in 10 days or
so we obviously tell them, 10 days. I think she says within 20 days, if you're not with 20 days, you have to pay $30 to extend the trial or whatever. But the people who are going to get licensed are going to get it out of the way, quickly. You're going to know who to spend time with and who not. They're going to show themselves very early. You want people that are hounding you, that are constantly texting you, constantly calling you, asking questions. Those are the people who obviously, are serious.
Gotcha. So the people that are super committed, and yes, they do blow up your phone, but you are getting an override, so it's okay. And they are worth your time because they actually have questions, and they actually want to work versus other people that don't, right? So
right, they are quality people. I can't tell you how many interviews I've done. They actually have a ton of degrees. I've hired a state trooper,
wow.
Nurse. It's just people that aren't really looking but see it in front of them, and they're like, oh my God, why can't I do this?
Yeah, I mean, it's unbelievable. I have Jordan hop on here in a second. He's going to go over some of his questions, but I did have a question. So when people ask you, they say, oh, this is too good to be true. You know what? Or I don't like the idea of buying leads, stuff like that. When people have those objections to working with us, what's your way of handling those 2 objections?
I actually had one yesterday. Jesse, you want to tell them or you want me
No,
to?
you go ahead. You got it.
So I just kind of told her, maybe this isn't something that, that's going to be a good fit for us, and for yourself as well, because at the end of the day, like we have to buy leads to make money.
Right.
And she just, they couldn't commit to it. So, I mean, there's some people that aren't in the financial situation to be able to do that. And I get it, but at the same time, it is a big boy business.
Okay. No. Yeah, absolutely. One last question before Jordan hops on here. What would you say when you're hiring? Because I think a lot of agents, they get in this trap of thinking that everybody that they talk to, they need to hire. Right. And they're like, I have to hire this person. Like everybody needs to work here. Or I need recruits. I need to get whatever. Like what's the actual, like, because in reality, when you're recruiting, you can immediately tell, hey, this person's definitely not going to be a good fit. But do you guys, so what percentage of the people that you actually end up talking to would you say that you end up hiring?
I would say probably out of 100, 10 to 15%,
So you're very selective on that.
Yeah. I mean, like you said, this isn't for everyone, and it's our job to give this opportunity in front of everyone, and what they do with it's up to them. But if you can't get a credit card for $2,000 and go buy $1,500 worth of leads on your first batch, or $1,200 to invest in yourself, then you probably aren't where you need to be mentally and physically to do this business. And so we're selective, man. Obviously we want a huge team, but we want a team full of winners and not people that are pulling other people down and not wanting to work. This isn't going to fall in your lap.
Absolutely. I think that's eye-opening for a lot of people, because people that are watching this now and also on YouTube, they're going to be like, wow, so 100 people, you're only hiring 15 out of 100 because,
sorry about that.
Yeah, because you're selecting the people that are going to win, and it's not for everybody. But yeah, Jordan, so Jordan's going to hop on here. Jordan, can you hear us?
Yes, sir. Loud and clear. You got me?
Yes, sir. So yeah, I'll let you take over, dude.
Cool, buddy. I was in and out on phone calls, but I could still see you guys and hear you. So it's crazy where we're at technology wise. Like iPhones, just when you think they can't do it, they release a new version, and then they can be on a call and a Zoom at the same time. So you never know. So well, we've got a handful of people on here, and we really want to keep this to things that people can say right now, or learn things that you're doing right now that they can implement this weekend in their business, to get people to move, right? So the only things that get people to move, right, is number one, getting them to book appointments and getting them to sit in the home, or getting them to move forward, with the actual classes and things like that. So can you, Meighan, or it doesn't matter, either of you, but would you guys mind kind of role playing like that first phone call when you're talking about FFL for the first time and what that sounds like? Like if I'm a cop or I'm someone and I fill out, like, what does that first conversation look like?
So I just call him and I'm like, hey, Jesse.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hey, this is Meighan with FFL. And they're like, hey. So usually I'm just like, did you have a chance to watch the overview video?
I did.
Our call?
Yeah, I watched it. It seems pretty cool.
Awesome. So do you have any questions?
I don't think I had any questions. It looks like, we just go out and sell insurance, right?
Right. So then that's when I would kind of go into, what we do, who we are, it is their business. Like you won't clock in, clock out. Like, you'll have the support and help you need to go out and succeed. But you're the one that's going to have the drive to get it done. Some people, you want them to have questions. That's the first thing. You want them to have questions.
Definitely. I always say, like, I'm assuming, like, I always like try to make it like it's so obvious for them. Like, obviously you would do a great job, Meighan. Like, obviously you're going to crush it, but take a look at our training website and see if those tools, see if they would help any of your new agents. Because obviously you're going to figure it out. but see if you think that would help any of your new guys or whatever. And then they're like, you know, because you're complimenting them, but also sending them the basics of what it takes to be successful. So I think that works great. Yeah. What are your one or two favorite hiring questions when you get someone online? What's your favorite one or two go-to questions you love asking them?
Jesse.
So I mean, just asking you. Main thing is what's their why? I mean, obviously, what drives them? What's important to them? Why do they want to make 500 grand a month? I mean, a 500 grand a year, or you know, and finding out what they do right now, you know, speaks a lot about them.
Basically, like, what are you currently doing? What have you been doing for work? What does that look like?
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. So like I had a nurse she was an ICU nurse, and what she said was she was tired of working 312s all the time, all the time, and never stops.
So it's like, what would it be like? What would it be like what would that do for your family if you could control your schedule?
Yeah,
right.
Jordan, it's like we've got freedom, and we either have, you know, a lot of money and we have no time because we're always working, or we have a lot of time but we don't have any money because we have a lot of time. So we like to explain that to people. Like at FFL, yeah, your first year is going to be a grind. You know, it's going to be chaotic. You're going to be working a lot, you know, but the sacrifices you make this first year is going to dictate the time, the freedom, the money, and all that comes, you know, after your first year.
I always feel like the biggest thing you can do is pit what people have been doing and what they're looking to get out of, and then give them what FFL can take, right? So like, it's just like such a big, it's like finding their why, you know. That's the number one thing, is find people's why, what they're looking to get out of it. And that's kind of just what I was writing down. Like, hey, what I'm hearing is this is where you're at, and now what would this do for you if you did this, right? How fast are you seeing someone be able to pass the test, get licensed, and write their first policy?
My TikTok recruits, so from the first video I posted, they were licensed within 5 days, and now they're already contracted. Now they're ready to roll.
And where are most your license? Where are they getting licensed? Where was that first one?
They were actually in Texas.
So Texas. So that's like 2 weeks, right? Isn't that like 2 weeks from the time they pass the test to actually get the state to approve it?
That's right.
Yeah. I mean, I think it was a little quicker. Yeah, it was
That's
super
good.
quick.
Yeah, I know, like a lot of our agents, it's like 2 weeks. So what are they doing in those 14 to 16 days? What do you have them doing, plugging into, et cetera?
So like, it's mandatory, like same thing that Vivian's doing is we're having one-on-one calls with these people, you know, and we're you know, getting to know them for 20-30 minutes on a Sunday. You know, it really speaks a lot about, you know, I mean, they want to get to know who they're working with, build that relationship. And we're sending them videos. We have an email that we send them that's got training on, you know, phone scripts for instant internet leads. Nina's got one that's incredible. You know, like you can't get any better, or say like it's perfect. So we're sending that to them. You know, hey, you know, you want to learn everything about these instant internet leads. This is what we're going to have you buy. You know, your first batch of leads. We're going over, obviously, get them plugged into the boot camp. You know, just watching any training. Dial day, yeah, like being like that's a mandatory. Like if you're not on dial day, we can't help you. I mean, you got to be on dial day. You got to be, the people who are plugged in on, you know, a weekly basis are the one who succeed.
100%. We have Mondays and Thursdays live dial, and if people aren't on that, I mean, how could you ever expect to succeed? That makes no sense. Right. So I always say live dials, and then we're gonna have training, right? We got the Monday call, we got the Wednesday call with Trey Honeycutt, then Thursday's the AMS team, Friday Next Level Live, Saturday Q&A live with Sean Mike. And then I say any training you should be doing should be 99.9% on the phones, because who cares what you're going to say if you can't book appointments?
Mm-hmm.
That's gold. Yeah.
Exactly, right? Everyone, yeah, nothing matters unless you're booking appointments. Everyone gets excited, but you have to get excited to book appointments, and that's where you're going to make money.
Exactly.
I did want to take a second to look at your guys' TikTok and see what kind of videos, which they're out there anyways, right?
Yeah.
Before you guys jump to that, I got 2 or 3 more minutes here. Is there anything that you guys had questions for me that I can help you guys with, or that I can help, at all? Any questions about?
Jordan, man, I just want to tell you, hey, thank you, man. Like I actually learned how to sell insurance because of videos that you did when you first came on to FFL. I was at another IMO, and your financial inventory training. Like I was implementing financial inventory training over there. So I would like to say, if you want to win in this business, there's training. Find someone that you can relate to, and watch their content. And the answers are out on the YouTube, or where are these channels? They're there. If you want to know how to do it, it's there.
100%, bro. People either like talk about what went wrong, or they find a way to make it right, find a way to win. Doesn't matter, whatever it takes. And I was always the type, like, if I was door knocking that day and and for some reason I was being like, some days you're just like, your body language is off, or your mindset, or your posture, or whatever. So like I would always just be YouTubing, like, real estate door knocking, insurance door knocking, bug spray door knocking, internet door knocking. Like, and I would just find the commonalities of people. But I'm glad that those videos helped you. I think that you have an obligation to either tape yourself or Facebook Live yourself or something, and put it on there and give back, because I don't think I was even that great or at my peak or whatever when I did that, but I've had hundreds of thousands of people say, that helped me go through this. So what I would challenge you, 3 of you, to do is to make more content that goes on YouTube, make more content that goes on Facebook Live, be a better promoter. I always challenge this I say to Alex a lot too, or, people on our team is like, they might have a team of 10 agents or 15 agents, and their team did 60,000 or 70,000 for the week, right? Or 90,000 for the week, but they did 40,000 for the week. So really their team did 50,000, right? Because you take out your own production. It's like, dude, you've been doing this for a year and you only did 50,000. Like how many people are we really helping? Like how many people are we really helping? So whatever you guys think your strong suit is, I challenge you to record it, Facebook Live it, go in a group, go on Instagram Live, put it on YouTube. Like, think of how many hundreds of thousands of people you could affect and grow, not just helping yourselves, but how many people can you actually affect?
Right. That's good.
So, yeah, I mean, so many people say that stuff to me, and it's like, I didn't rehearse it. It was just like, hey, let's just put it on video. Right. So, Meighan, maybe you're putting on, how to make a TikTok, how to get free leads. Maybe you call it something like that, right? So great. Yeah. Any questions you guys have for me before I jump off?
I got one more. I got a question for you, Jordan. Like,
yeah.
So how long did it take you to, this business is a roller coaster. Like, so one minute I'm like, man, I know
it is a mental roller coaster, but it's not a roller coaster. It's only a roller coaster because you're looking at it day to day, week to week, and month to month. But if you look at it quarter over quarter over quarter over quarter, 3 months at a time, it's not. But go ahead.
Yeah, I mean that's basically it. Like, just when did it take to, like, you're right. I mean, like, I'm constantly thinking, like, 1 minute integrity is, really feasible and we're gonna make it happen, and the next day it's like, oh man, like, it's so far away. When did it?
Dude, it's here's where it is. Okay, it got really real when I got to 100 agents. But really, when you get in your 3rd quarter in business, right? Your 3rd or your 4th quarter in business, and when you start tracking things outside of yourself, outside of your own production for your team production, because if you really look yourself in the mirror and you have, 7, 6, 7, 8, 9 agents, and then 9 months later, you only have 18 agents or something like that, like, you have to really look at it like, what the hell did I do for the last 6 months or 9 months, right? Right. Like, you really only added that, or you had X amount of people quit, or whatever it may be. So I would say you got to get to 100 agents really, really fast. You want to get to 100 at writing agents. So you might have to recruit 300 to 400, in total that tell you yes, because not everyone's going to write. And then how many months have you guys been in business now?
4.
4 months. So 1 quarter, right? So what did you issue pay month 1, 2, and 3?
Month 1, we came in at the end of February. We
just
did
combined. What'd you do the first 3 months combined?
Probably around 350,000.
350,000. And what are you going to issue pay in July? Or what did you issue pay in June? How about what did you issue pay in June?
We went down in June, man. We did 63,000 total in June. The month before we did 83.
83. Okay. Because you don't have enough producers, right? It's a lot of big producers. So if someone doesn't do anything, right, it's like nothing, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So and that's normal. So what I want you to do is get to 100 riders as fast as possible, and then track your second quarter, right? So your next 3 months, and then your third quarter, and you should be able to double quarter over quarter when you're small. It's very easy because there's not a lot of that. There's not a lot of people. So you should be able to double quarter over quarter over quarter your first 3 quarters, so your first 9 months. And then from there, your goal is to double twice a year. Okay, double twice a year. So looking at when you can do that. But you guys are doing all the right things. You don't have staff. You've waited too long for staff. I can tell, like, you guys have having no problem paying your bills, right?
No, absolutely not.
Okay, so why do you not have staff?
Exactly. I agree with you 100%.
Zach Twardowski hired a staff $60,000, $75,000 a year position when he had $9,000 in his bank account.
Right.
Now he's issuing 1.9. So the most important thing you could do is hire 2 great staff right now. 2. So if you have to hire 3 to fire 1, you have to. I'm sorry, but you need to. So and let's document it. Let's watch the next 60, 90 days. Let's document what this does. Like, you will be when I went, let me give you this example. I had 1 staff in September of 2020. I had 1 staff. We were doing 600 grand. I went from 1 staff to 4 staff, and we tripled. We were literally just stuck 5, 6, 7. So get staff. Okay, get staff, and let's roll from there. Okay.
Absolutely. Thanks for having us on, Jordan.
Great first 90 days, but let's go to the next level. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's get it. Let me know if I can do anything for you guys. Just DM me, text me, whatever you need.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Boom. And we'll wrap up here, but we'll wrap up in a sec here, but I just want to check your TikToks together with everybody. Just the ones that went insane. I know everyone wants to see that. So if you guys want to see that, drop a 777 in the comments. Hi, thank you for doing this. What videos do you share? So what videos do you guys share with agents when you hire them?
Oh, just the overview video from FFL.
Perfect. And then do you share the integrity partnership right away, or you mention it later?
I do not. That's something that's mentioned later, like when it's time to get leads.
Gotcha. And then do you do a breakdown of income potential without coming across as a headhunter like other IMOs? That's what someone else is asking.
Say that one more time.
I don't even get that question. How do you break down the income potential without coming across as a headhunter recruiter?
Oh, no, it's just to help them like succeed there.
What we do is, a lot of people can't fathom big numbers. So they don't really, you can say, hey, you can come here and make 100 grand your first month or 50 grand your first month. But for people who are like most of us and has never really been around that kind of money, we learned this from Josh. We just, hey, what we're going to do is we're going to show you how to make what you're making now. And then we're going to show you how to, double that, and then so we don't tell them up front, like, hey, you can make 500 grand your first year. Like,
Gotcha. So you're just like, hey, you'll double your income. And then once they double their income, then they're going to triple it and increase it to 40K a month. Right.
Right.
So, okay. So that's awesome, dude. So that's super cool. That's great. I know a lot of people were kind of, interested to hear about that, because I know that's one thing I run into as well. People are always like, oh, 40K a month, that doesn't sound real, right? So I pivoted to start saying about, oh, well, let's just try to get you to, let's get you at least 10 grand a month. How about that? Right. And they're like,
That's
oh yeah, I
right.
want to do that. So
All right.
let's pull up the TikToks. So I'm trying to find the one that went viral here.
It's the first one. Oh my God. Okay. Keep going.
Right here. Right.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Because it got 44,000 views. How many people you think you've hired off this one?
Man, a bunch.
A bunch.
Right. So that one had like 60 shares, but the one where I kind of told my story, like I was a nurse before, it had 100 shares. So if
Where's
you
that
go,
one at?
Right there, right beside the one I did first.
Right here.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Let's watch these two so people can learn, like, what the heck should I post on TikTok, right?
Not your kid.
What's the kids, right? Boom. I love it. So it's just simple. Top 3 reasons: financial freedom. We got no captive contracts, and clients request our services. Boom. And then does it say like DM me at the end, or what does it say?
Yeah, it says DM me for details.
Gotcha. Financial freedom, no captive contracts. And the cool thing is, like, DM me for details. So people, even if they don't understand like insurance, they still kind of get the concept of, oh yeah, I want financial freedom, no captive contracts. That sounds good, right? Clients requesting
Right.
services. Sounds interesting, right? It's definitely not an MLM if clients are requesting your services, right? And then,
hey y'all, my name's Meighan. I'm 29 years old and I'm from Alabama. So I've been with Family First Life for 3 full months. Okay, before joining FFL, I was a nurse for 7 years. Okay, COVID hit. I have a 5-year-old son with cystic fibrosis. His pulmonologist took me away from patient care, so I was kind of home all the time, and it just wasn't the same. So I found Family First Life, jumped on board. Okay, since jumping on board, it's changed my life, my family's financial situation. Last month, I did $46,000 issue pay. 1 month, y'all. That's insane. So if you are a hard worker, if you're young, if you're energetic, if you're looking for a change and want financial freedom, let me know. Let us help you.
and dude, that's a very simple but very like honest, like, hey, this is what happened with me, right? And people can resonate with that. Absolutely. So you get 87 comments, 600 likes. Conjuring horror. Is there like some special tags we should be using or anything you recommend?
Yes. So it's the algorithm. So yeah, you just have to like get into the algorithm. And TikTok shows you like what's hot, like what's trending, the hashtags.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I have a calendar of when you can post so that your TikToks go on the For You page. I didn't have all.
What's the time frame, Meighan? Tell them the times that are best to post and not post.
They're all different. Just give me a second. I'll look.
Okay, most people aren't going to implement it. Only the winners, but so
let's see.
It works, man. It really does. And just getting on there and being transparent, and we're not selling anything, man. We're truly helping families, and we're truly helping people create financial freedom for their life and for themselves. So that's my advice. Just come in. We're not selling anything. We're not selling a dream. We're selling realistic expectation.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Let's see. So, and then they go to your bio for an interview as well.
Yes. So I had to put this in after, obviously, I was getting bombarded. So it's just like a little link. I did have my email and my phone number and all that stuff, but I had to get that off.
Boom.
So the overview video, and then they fill out the information, and then they schedule the appointment. And then I call them.
Boom. So you're just getting like appointments on autopilot then.
Yep.
Yeah, man. It's every 30 minutes.
I think that Josh was doing the same thing. He's like, he posted on Facebook yesterday. He's like, yep, I got 40 new calls today for recruiting. It's gonna be a good day or something. I was like, every 30 minutes he had an appointment booked. I think he uses like Indeed or something or whatever, Facebook.
Well, what we're learning now is, you're not going to see direct results from recruiting immediately. Like it's 60, 90 days. Obviously you know that, but I'm very impatient, man. So, it's 60 to 90 days before you see any results from it. So we've got a pipeline full, and we're where we need to be. We just got to keep grinding. It's just never ends.
Absolutely. And this is something anybody can do. It's just yeah, just put it out there. And so what was the strategy with posting you were going to say?
So there's like a TikTok algorithm. So if you can get into that, your post will go on the For You page. So like when anybody opens their TikTok, like the feed that pulls up, all the stupid videos we all like fall into and watch for hours. Your post would be on there. Hang on just a second. Algorithm. Okay, so there are different times for different days of the week. It is, I know Fridays it's 8 a.m., 11 a.m. and like 8 p.m. So it varies, but you can just type it into Google TikTok algorithm, best times to post, and you can find like songs that are trending. So like the music also helps your post, but people can share it. I mean, I've seen my post all over the place.
Gotcha. Okay, so once someone shares it, right here. So best time to post on TikTok, Friday, 5 a.m. Depending on the time zone. And then and then just post on there, and TikTok right now, would you say it's very open to anybody growing on there?
Oh, absolutely.
Sorry, keep going.
I was just going to say there's so many people reaching out, that they said they've seen the opportunity in front, other people posting about it. They just kind of was like, no, I'm not doing that. And then they saw me and I told a story and they were like, I just had to get in touch with you. So.
Right. And do they do research before they talk to you or?
About
yes.
Yeah, they do.
Okay, perfect. So yeah, because I know if you posted stuff on YouTube or something, it may not get as much traction, right? But right now, TikTok is just trying to. The algorithm is letting anybody kind of grow as long as they have content that people want to watch, right?
Right.
Yes. And if you go and search hashtags, hang on, I'll tell you. So like if you hashtag FFL, it'll tell you how many people are searching that hashtag.
Gotcha. So I can check that out. Let me see right here. Like
if you go to post something, you could.
Oh, when I go to post it. Okay. So I have to post something. All right. Well, we're gonna wrap up the call because Jordan's calling me, but we'll wrap up the call. Obviously, they can find you on TikTok. And Jeremy, there you go, Jeremy. Some will, some won't. So what? Exactly, right? So
That's exactly right.
Well, I love talking to you guys. We'll definitely stay in touch, and it was a pleasure.
Yes, sir. Thank you all for having us on.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you.